Hi, this is Sive Morten with the daily update on EuroFX. I post my exclusive market overviews with the key political and economical events, charts and important levels on the ForexPeaceArmy.com forums weekly. This short video is a response to rapidly changing situation on the currency markets and should help you to stay on top of the game and be profitable. I suggest you to visit ForexPeaceArmy.com forum and read my analysis for the week before watching this daily video.
Welcome back, everybody. Let's take a look again, as usual, in the Forex market. Today, actually, I would like to take a look at the Australian dollar because there we have at least some progress in the price dynamic compared to euro currency. Euro currency shows really anemic behavior, and actually we can't add something really new. So we said that with this most recent sell-off and overall reaction that we see currently, it seems that market is not finished yet with the downward action. So I suggest that theoretically it's really big chances that we will see some final leg down to the 13 even area. It's just because of the price behavior that we see here on the euro currency on the fall time frame chart. On the hourly chart you could see it even better. So this type of action is very difficult to call as a bullish reversal. So it mostly shows the respect of some support area that we have on the fall time frame chart. This trend line, 50% support level, shows some technical bounce and some temporal stop on the dollar index that also stands in some sideways action. So it mostly shows kind of the retracement by far. So definitely takes the shape of some kind of the channel or flag consolidation, which is classically is treated as potentially bearish. So as we said, one of the possible patterns that we could keep an eye on is head and shoulders. That usually very often happens in such circumstances. So for instance, if you will calculate the extension of this swing, you could see that, well, here is 127 extension, agrees with the XOP. Yesterday I said maybe retracement will be not as significant and we will get 1618 extension here, somewhere in this area, but you can see market has proceeded slightly higher. So anyway, with this recent drop to the XOP, it might be either the head and shoulders to be formed here, or it could be together the butterfly. For instance, market starts to form the butterfly, hitting the XOP target, which is also potentially we intend to use for possible some kind of the bullish reversal or something of that sort. So anyway, currently, since anyway we do not have any bullish patterns by far here, it makes sense to wait before taking the long position, because market actually has broken our, let's call it, cloudless bullish setup. So if, for example, market would stay in this area, that would be absolutely perfect and normal for any bullish market, because here we were having a couple of confidence supports. But once they both have been broken through this area, we have to be careful and search more confirmations before taking the long position. This is logical. So that's what about euro. On the Australian dollar, the one important thing that I would like to show you today, guys, is actually another example why we need to keep an eye on every time on the futures. If you would like to confirm or disconfirm some pattern that you see on a retail broker chart. For example, if you'll take a look at Australian dollar and FX choice chart, well, here it's 4-hour time frame chart, but if you'll take a look at the daily chart, with this spike up on the daily chart, it will be a bit messy picture, so you do not see it, but I will try to show you. On the daily chart, with this spike up, you do not have the bearish grabber. Yes, of course, this session is not closed yet, so everything could change. For instance, the market will jump up close above this resistance. But currently, on the FX choice chart, you do not have the grabber. But if you will turn to futures chart on the Chicago Mercantile Exchange, you will see that the Australian dollar futures shows clear potential bearish grabber that could appear today. And with the recall of the overall price action that we have here, first of all, you could see that on the daily chart, as I mentioned, we've got great and significant morning star pattern, evening star pattern. You can see it's really large with the big candles. It just looks absolutely perfect, which usually works as an engulfing. And as a rule, these type of patterns leads to downward continuation at the same distance as the pattern itself. So it means that on the follow time frame chart, most probable scenario that we could get is the downside ABCD pattern. So something of that sort we could get theoretically. And this at the same time should let market complete the 3 drive target. Recall that actually we also have the 3 drive. That was the reasons why we have taken short position here. And its target has not been completed yet because it stands around 1730 lows. So market has taken out to complete this pattern. Now on the intraday charts, you could see that we have also this type of action. So it's ABCD pattern to 618 resistance level, 1770 to 60, whereas market also has completed the minor extension of the COP. So potentially, well, you could control appearing of the grabber, and in any case, if it will appear, you could make the decision tomorrow, for example. But in general, the combination of the bearish grabber, incompleted 3 drive pattern, big bearish pattern on the daily chart, and this ABCD retracement to the major 618 resistance, it creates really not bad bearish context, especially when you could place stop very tight, very near. So it will be just above this area. So that's why we think that maybe it makes sense to consider. At least maybe somebody find it interesting and think about it. Here's the only important thing that you have to decide is whether to anticipate the grabber and try and take position on some retracement today. This market currently could sustain some upward action, or be a bit more conservative and wait for a completion or confirmation of the grabber and think about position taking tomorrow. This is actually the one option that you need to think about. So that's actually the only things that we would like to share with you today. Let's see what we will get in today's trading session.